What up, guys? Kevin here. Final Fantasy 16 game I was really looking forward to. A game that I was going to consider my game of the year. But right now, I got to tell it like it is. And I'm seeing this sentiment across the internet. Game scored well, got an 88. But the game does have issues. So Steven Totillo said, I'm ready to bail on Final Fantasy 16. 12 hours in. Fun combat, flashy moments, but level/quest design is dull, and the game keeps wresting control from me. M rating gets us cursing, but no maturation of Final Fantasy's weaker aspects. I'm not a big FF person, and this didn't convert me. Wow. Well, he's not a big FF person. At least he's upfront about it. Skill Up just put out his review. Final Fantasy 16 promised to be an evolution, but instead it's a big step backwards. Outside of its impressive combat and cutscenes, there's really nothing else here. With RPG elements in particular being totally absent, I hope this isn't the future of Final Fantasy. Wow. All right, let me tell you what I think of Final Fantasy 16 so far. I haven't beat the game. Probably only about 6 hours in. And I got to say, when I get home from work today, I may not even shower. I'm running straight to my PlayStation 5 and I'm playing this bad boy. Because I am loving it so far. Excuse me. That being said, I kind of agree. Now, what's keeping me hooked to this game, only 6 hours in, is, of course, the story and the characters. The story and characters so far, to me, is the best in gaming. It's the best. So well written. So dramatic. So much gore. There's a lot of gore. There's a lot of, I feel every cutscene just has a what the fuck moment. And that is keeping me glued. Oh, the music is spectacular. The music is just the best. Visually, the game looks pretty damn awesome. And that's what's going to get me to come home and just run straight to my PS5 to start playing it again. I really enjoy what I played. But yeah, the game does have flaws. If you just like playing as one character, Clive, here, this game's for you. But it's missing that Final Fantasy jank, that just swapping between characters, strategy, in terms of setting up your skills or something. Again, I'm only 6 hours in. Maybe that's in play. I do think it is starting to feel like there's two versions of this game that people played. And right now, I think I'm the only one who can step back and look at it and go, yeah, I'm in the camp of I really enjoy this, but I see its flaws. But my biggest issue is you don't go God of War. You never go God of War. And they went God of War. What am I talking about God of War? God of War Ragnarok, I tried playing, and this mechanic is really fucked out. Or this design, I would say level design. And Final Fantasy 16 has this. And it happened last night. I think, what was it called? The Great Woods, in the foresty part. Hanging out with Sid. Again, I'm hanging out with Sid. Sid is the best Sid. This is the best Sid ever. Even in real life. Sid Vicious, Sid whatever. This is the best Sid of all time. I'm hanging out with Sid, and I'm having a blast. I really am having a blast. But my issue with God of War Ragnarok and games like this is I hate that I can see ahead just that the area of enemies in a hack and slash game. I don't know what it is about it. Oh, I know what it is. If you're not into the combat, I'm really not into the combat of Final Fantasy 16. It's something where maybe later in the game things will feel a lot smoother. I'm just trying to get the combos down. And now they introduced Torgal and sicken him on the enemies and everything. It's just not clicking yet. And when it's not clicking yet, and I just look forward and I see the 5 or 6, wolf enemies or whatever, I'm just like, ugh, here we go. Because I just kind of want to get to the next cutscene. Because that's where the game stands out. I'm not saying the combat's bad, but I'm just not very into it. I'm trying to think, I love ease. Why couldn't the combat be like ease? I'm trying to think of what's the difference between ease. Oh, probably they're less spongy. The enemies here are definitely a little bit more spongy. They're not as spongy as some are claiming it to be, but again, I'm only 6 hours in. And the game is easy. I think that's what's annoying. I think the game is easy, but not satisfying. And I'm somebody, I do not like Devil May Cry. I do not like Devil May Cry. And level design wise, Devil May Cry 5. It is Devil May Cry 5. The level design in Devil May Cry 5 is fucking boring. It is really boring. Just desolate, not much going on. But here it's more pretty to look at, I will say that. But yeah, it's just all right, walk a few feet, and you just see the next area of enemies, spend a few minutes, cleared out the enemies, then hopefully you get a cool cutscene. But yeah, I'm not fond of the combat. Party, there's really no party. It's just, again, you. But the characters, man, I love the characters in this game. And people have issues with the very dull quests. I think Skill Up said, man, I just did such an epic icon battle, and next thing I am getting piles of dirt. I love that shit. I love the mundane quests. I really do. I don't think anything is beneath me. Even though I will say, come on, this is beneath me. But I don't mind it. I don't mind that stuff. But people having an issue with it, I can understand. Now, having played Final Fantasy XIV, where the game really is, I'd say, a visual novel. You're not really doing much action. It's the same here. But it's a step up. To me, it's a step up because it's very well voice acted. It is very well voice acted. Cutscenes instead of reading. And then if you're lucky, you get the combat, which I don't find that very satisfying, at least yet. Yeah, that's just the truth of the game. Again, I'm going to come home and play the living fuck out of it, because I'm really into it. The things it does well, it does it very well, very well, which can still be my game of the year. I mean, I got to play the whole thing and maybe take a month or two to really look back and go, man, was that great or was it not? But yeah, I can't sit here and deny people feeling this way and not agreeing. So, and the good thing is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is right around the corner. To me, is this a Final Fantasy game? I think this is more of a side quest game than an actual Final Fantasy game. I'll come out and say it, at least so far. This could be called Final Fantasy the Drama instead of Final Fantasy 16. We just need more just stuff. More, I wouldn't say it feels bare bones, but 6 hours in, I could see that. I could see that. But, all right, I got to actually go. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I'll talk to you later. Later.